News abroad, African members of the United Nations Security Council have called on their counterparts and the international community to rally behind regional efforts to create conditions for a peaceful transition in Sudan. Security Council members have broadly backed the African Union's Peace and Security Council's decision to suspend Sudan's membership of the organization until a civilian-led transitional authority is in place. Sherwin Bryce-Pease has more on this.
The African Union move also follows reports of more than 100 dead following a military crackdown on protesters earlier this week that has drawn widespread condemnation and concern from the South African government.
We strongly condemn and lament the tragic and unjustified loss of life and reminding the transitional authorities in Sudan of its obligation to protect civilians and respect their rights.
The A3, as the African group in council is known, also urged the Transitional Military Council to return to internal dialogue, just as further mediation efforts were launched by Ethiopia. China and Russia have been reluctant to support a firmer response from the Security Council, signalling this was an internal matter and not a threat to international peace and security.
One set of choices increases stability, brings back a legitimate civilian-led government, and ultimately leads to support and resources for the economic rebuilding effort that they need. The other set of choices, I think, goes down a very, very dangerous path.
The Secretary General's Special Advisor on Sudan, Nicholas Funk-Haysom, is said to be liaising closely with regional players on mediation efforts moving forward.
We're fully committed to supporting the initiative of the African Union chairperson to reinvigorate inclusive dialogue over the transfer of power to a civilian-led transitional authority.
The African group says they will continue talks within the Security Council on how best to support regional efforts, while reiterating the AU-PSC position that should the military fail to hand over to a civilian-led authority, that further punitive measures would be immediately imposed. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.